Okay, so you're on a race and you're in the last little quarter of the race, and you're beat down, you're whooped, you're exhausted, but you have a goal time. You're trying to beat somebody, you're trying to place, you're trying to get a PR, you're trying to push it out and either at least maintain a pace or maybe even run a little faster. But you've already run a bunch and you're exhausted and you're whooped. How do you train to get in the right mindset to push even when you're exhausted? So I'm Nick Cronin with Lafitte Running, and today we're going to talk about what I like to call fourth quarter training. Believe it or not, I know the physique is kind of iffy, but back in high school I played football. And in football, what our coach would do is what he called fourth quarter training. What he would do is to prepare us for that exhausted point of the game, whenever it's like the last 5 minutes of the football game and deep in the fourth quarter, how to be exhausted and still push out, a good performance in the game. What he would do is he would beat the tar out of us cardiovascularly. He would have us run wind sprints. He'd have us run suicide sprints. He'd have us do a ton of burpees. He would beat us into the point where we're puking on the side of the field trying to breathe. And then once we were at that point, he'd pull us into the field and have us run drills. He would have us do pass plays, different kind of skill plays. And what he was trying to do is get us used to performing when exhausted, trying to get us to know that feeling. And that's what I try to do about twice a week whenever I'm training. Now, here's where it is. I usually marry this to my recovery runs. What it is after a hard run, the next day you want to do what's called a recovery run. You do a hard training block, and the next day you just do a gentle run. You're not doing anything fancy. You're not trying to push any pace or anything like that. You're just trying to get the blood flowing. It helps the muscles recover from fatigue, from soreness, and keep you loose and keep you moving. What I like to do also is frame this recovery run as a fourth quarter training run as well, to get me used to running on tired legs, to have that feeling and know what it feels like and run with it. So like a good example is on Tuesdays. And Tuesdays I do a longer run, usually like 8 miles, followed by I wake the kids up, get them ready for school, I eat breakfast, and then after I get everybody to school, I come back here and then I lift weights. And when I lift weights, I lift heavy, like squats, deadlifts, 3 sets of 5 on a heavy lift. So as a result, that evening and the next day, my legs are done. They're sore, they're tired, and my next day run on Wednesdays, it's a slog. My legs do not want to run. They're whooped, they're sore, they're tight. And what I do is I don't push it out. I don't go crazy because I don't want to hurt myself. But what I do is I run like an easy pace, not a lazy pace, but an easy pace. If on Tuesday I ran a 9-minute mile, on Wednesday I run a 10-minute mile. So it's not the lazy slog kind of thing. It's more of just kind of a cruising speed. And what that does is it gets me used to pushing it a little bit when my legs are exhausted. This helps physiologically for your legs and your body to know, but more importantly, it helps helps mentally. It helps mentally, so your brain knows what it's like to run on tired legs and to keep going. It helps you to know, okay, I'm exhausted, I am whooped, but I know my legs will keep going if I keep going, because I've done it before. I do it every Wednesday. I also do another one on Sundays. I'll do a long training run on Saturdays, and then I'll do what's called back-to-back long runs. I'll do a long training run on Saturday, and then I'll do a medium distance training run on Sunday where I do a bunch of parking garages as well. Again, you want that mental fortitude to go, okay, I'm tired, but I'm going to keep running. And I know I can because I've done it before. That way, whenever you're on the race and you're exhausted and you're whooped, You know that is there. You know what it feels like. You're in a normal place. You're not panicking. You're not freaking out. You're just cruising because you know you can do it. So, when next time you do a recovery run, think of it that way as well. Like, I don't feel like running right now. I'm whooped. Remember, it's all good training, including these fourth quarter runs. Y'all have a great day. I'll talk to you next time.